right now, it's winning.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I ain't even gonna wait.
God damn it!
Nigga, into the abyss. It's time to put my 2 cents in it. It's been a minute. And since the real MCs quitting, I figure I stay committed. Survival of the fittest. Niggas be with it if you saying something real. Since the beginning, I've been living so trill. The fake gotta be killed. But who am I to judge? Says the boy who never was. The kid with no voice, short temper, but never budge. Left me for dead, thought this day would never come where I can actually speak to these niggas without a gun. I'm not a thug, just misunderstood. I ain't saying that I'm pop, cause I'm rolling with Suge. True talent nigga from the bottom of the mud. Kidnap rap, left fingerprints on the gloves. Brooklyn boy, there's no name on a slug. When they flying up the iron, 25 would never come. For youngins who was ripping and running, ducking police. Thank God for my mama kept a nigga out the streets. Although I know niggas that will really kill for me, they'll show up on the spot and split Johnny Apple seeds. And leave them leaking in the streets. This shit's really real, the cost of life is cheap. When grown niggas speak, young boys better listen. Too many enemies on my list to feel different. Let them digest it. Let them digest it.
Y'all
gonna learn today. Y'all gonna learn today. Y'all gonna learn today. Y'all gonna learn today. Y'all gonna learn today.
See, it's exactly what it sounds like. The same MC who's sick, give him the chills like. Since I've been rapping, nigga felt nice. Whatever they dishing, man, they voices doesn't sync right. You can tell without braille, know what it feels like. $1 million in a suitcase, shipment nice. Edgar Allan Poe, I'm afraid to even write. The images in his brain shouldn't even see the light. On the base, what I created, switchblades on the mic. Mob shit, quick to put these rappers on ice. Vet shit, giving you bitches that direct shit. Respect it, if anything less, you better exit. Let them digest it.
Y'all gonna learn today. Y'all gonna learn today.
Let them digest it.
Y'all gonna learn today.
So welcome to Xclusives, and why don't you introduce yourself and let everybody know where you're from.
I'm Shen Bennett. I'm a plus-size model and also the owner of MAGNIFIQUE, which is an event planning agency and a modeling agency, and I'm from Boston, Massachusetts.
Okay. So how long you been living out in Boston?
I've been living in Boston since I was 7, and I'm originally from Jamaica, so I've been here for a pretty long time.
Okay. So when did you start getting into fashion?
I've always been into fashion since I was a little girl. I actually started modeling when I was around 12 to about 15. And I stopped, because of finances from my mom. But I started back up again about 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
And, definitely love it.
So what made you want to become, or I should say, what made you want to get involved in modeling?
What made me want to get involved in modeling was, the typical girl thing. I loved dressing up. I love the attention. I love walking on a catwalk. I love taking photos. And I love fashion. That's always been a passion of mine. So modeling just came in naturally.
Okay. So how long have you been doing modeling for?
I'd have to say maybe about 13 years.
Wow.
Yeah. That's on and off, Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, how did I should say, what steps did you take to get started in modeling?
When I got older, the steps that I took to get involved was I did my research first. I found out, what category I would fit in and what would work for me. And once I did my research, I started to get my portfolio all set and contact photographers that would do TF work, which is trade for print, and got my book situated, contacted different agencies, and I get signed to an agent, and also I did freelance modeling, which is basically, being my own agent and going after jobs.
Okay. That's good. So how often do you update your portfolio?
Because I've been working more on my company than on modeling for myself, I've been updating my portfolio maybe every 4 or 6 months. I'm actually in the process right now of updating my portfolio, and I'm working on a calendar.
Okay. So, speaking on your calendar, will it feature all you or different models?
No, it would only feature me.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, when should we expect that?
I'm trying to have it ready at least by October, before the New Year starts.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely got to get my hands on that.
Yeah, definitely. It should be good. I worked on some shots a few weeks ago in New York, and, definitely came out good so far.
Oh, that's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you work with different photographers? Bring, different flavors in your photo shoots?
Yeah, I try to work with different photographers, but I'm someone that if I like someone's work, I try to stick to them. So I've been working with a couple of photographers mainly, but I'm trying to branch out, especially for the calendar. So, it could kind of switch things up and look a little differently. But one of the photographers that I work with usually allows me to kind of direct the shoot, which is what I like. Okay. So I've worked with him mainly because I know the type of shoot that I'm looking for.
So doing your photo shoots, is it difficult to get to the right pose position?
No. I think for me, because I am really a print model, it comes a little naturally. And sometimes for some people it works, and other people they have to work a little bit harder. Yeah. But for me, it's a little more natural because it's what I really love to do. That's one of my passions in modeling. And I love the camera. I love everything about shooting, even the long hours and the holding, the pose for a really long time. I love everything about it, so it's not as difficult for me. But it is very hard to shoot. It's long hours and it's a lot of work.
So how often do you shoot during the week?
I try to do at least one shoot per month. Okay. I don't, I'm not really doing stuff during the week because I'm really busy, working on my company and my daytime job. So usually I try to do at least something once a month because I'm also developing other models within my company. Okay. So I try to, be able to spread out my focus on everything.
Okay. So, speaking of models, how can they reach out to you?
You can reach out to me through Facebook, and you can reach me at Shen Bennett, or you can reach me through my company, which is MAGNIFIQUE.com, and that's CEST. agency.com.
Okay.
I'm also on Twitter.
So do they have to have a specific look?
Well, what we really focus on in my company are curvy women. So it's curvy women of all shapes and sizes. Okay. So we don't necessarily cater to one particular woman. We believe in, showcasing real women. I think that every woman should have someone who represents them as a model that they can see and they can say, okay, well, that's how the clothing's going to look on me. So we go from a size 2 to around like a size 18, 20 type models. But, it's basically models who are, in fairly good shape, fit, and curvy.
Okay. And what about, like, the attitude-wise? Do they have to have a good attitude about themselves? You know what I mean? As far as you got some models that with their nose up in the air think they the shit and stuff like that.
That's definitely not allowed in my agency. The girls that I work with within my company and the models, like, they know what we want. Everything we do is very disciplined, very serious. I'm a big fan, a big football fan, and I love the Patriots. And one of my favorite coaches and the way how he structures his team is everyone needs to be professional, everyone needs to be humble and respectful. Like you can be a diva on the catwalk, you can be a diva in front of the camera, but when you're dealing with people's business or career, whatever the case may be, you need to be humble and have respect.
Okay, I got you. So have you done any runway shows yet?
Me, myself, I've done runway in the past, but that's not really my thing. I love teaching runway, which is what we do with our models mainly, but my favorite thing to do is just being in front of that camera. I love print modeling. My goal for my model career is just to get into men's magazine, like King or, along those lines.
So you want to be on like eye candy type?
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, I'm very comfortable with my body. I'm not one of those, girls who feel like, okay, well, I need to cover up or whatever. I'm proud of my body. I'm comfortable with my body, and I know that I have a voluptuous body, and that's the type of work that I definitely love. Like, I love the regular model thing, showing off clothes and everything, but that's my favorite type of modeling.
Okay. But then again, I mean, some of the pictures I've seen, I could tell you're comfortable.
Yeah.
These pictures I've seen, so I definitely like it. So.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, I think that women should be proud of their body, and we shouldn't be penalized for wanting to show it,
You're absolutely right about that.
Mm-hmm.
So have you ever been featured in any magazines, or if not, which magazine would you like to be featured in?
I've been featured in online magazines like Thick Mag and International Mag, which is internationally Thick Cuties, I think it's called. But I definitely like to be featured in, some of the men's magazines, whether it be online or in print.
I got you. So, what about TV shows? Have you ever think about doing like fashion TV shows, stuff like that, or that in the works?
That's in the works, but I've done interviews on different local stuff here in Boston and in New York. But that's something in the works. Right now our main focus, our annual fashion shows that we do, which we do about 4 a year, which is spring, fall, winter, and sometimes summer. And then developing the model's career. So that's what I'm mainly focused on, but we do have that, along the pipeline to do, which is to do a fashion show on how to dress your style, like how to dress your shape, how to, there's a lot of women who don't know how to dress for their figure, whether they be curvy or, thin, whatever they are. A lot of women, they either like overdress, underdress, and it doesn't look good. So that's something that we've been thinking about, how to dress your shape.
Okay, I got you. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me more about your company.
So my company, it's going to be 2 years. I started it in December 2011.
Okay.
And what we mainly focus on is basically events. So fashion shows. We also do, we've signed about, I think we have 12 models now, all different shapes, sizes, races. We have a website up for them now, which is the MAGNIFIQUE models, where you can see all the models that we have.
Okay.
We book models for any type of gigs, which is promotional, print, or fashion shows, anything of that line. We have a show coming up in October, October 5th to be exact, and it coincides with Boston Fashion Week. It's actually a Boston Fashion Week event, and we'll be showcasing designs from designers from New York, from Boston. We have one lady coming in from Connecticut, and that's using our model. So, we try to do a little bit of, a little bit of here and there. We do styling. We have like a styling mobile unit, so if people say you're going out on a date or whatever and you need someone to come and style you, we do hair, makeup, clothing, anything that you want.
Okay. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
So have you been in the Fashion Week that appeared in New York?
No, I haven't as yet, but I do plan to go to the Small Business Boutique. I think it's Small Boutique Fashion Show in Brooklyn. That's coming up this September. I plan to attend that one. And then next year I'm hoping to attend New York Fashion Week.
Okay. Are you saying the one they have in Brooklyn is in September?
Yes, there's one. I think it's called a Small Boutique Fashion Week.
Okay.
One of the designers that's featured in our fashion show coming up in October, her designs is IF Clothing, and she'll be in that. So we'll be going down there to check it out.
Okay. Yeah, about to check that out.
Yeah. And then we've also been to the Fashion Week in Philly. I'm there about a couple of years ago. That was pretty good.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, you try to get international. That's what's up.
Yeah, my main focus is just basically to bring attention to, curvy women, to bring attention to women that they don't have to be like a size 0 to be happy, and then I want to also make sure that people understand that curvy, plus-size women, you shouldn't be, morbidly obese. You should try to be as healthy as possible, so it's not about being a certain size. It's more about being a healthier you, and being happy in the skin that you're in.
Okay.
So we definitely want to promote that and try to expand as far as we can.
Okay. That's cool. Definitely cool.
Yeah.
So, are you planning on doing your old-fashioned line soon, or?
Yeah, that's something I'm planning to do for the December show that we have coming up on December 21st here in Boston.
Okay.
My clothing line is called E-Lily. And so I'm trying to debut that this December. My clothing line is more catered towards curvy ladies, of course, and it has more of a 50s feel, kind of the Marilyn Monroe look, the cap sleeves and very fitted dresses, and I like a lot of black and white. It's kind of like my favorite colors that I like to always pair together. So it's like classy but sexy.
Okay. That's cool. I definitely wouldn't mind promoting that on the show also. So.
Yeah, definitely.
So.
You should try to come down to the show in October. You know, check it out.
Yeah, that's what I definitely need to do. Start traveling, and especially like fashion shows and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. You get a seat, nice VIP seat ready for you whenever you want to come down.
Okay, that's cool. Thanks. So, where do you like to shop at? Whether it's for a photo shoot or where you just want to buy clothes.
Well, for regular clothing, I'm a H&M girl. Love H&M, Forever 21, Charlotte Russe, R&B, you know, the typical women's stores. And then for a photo shoot, it just depends on the shoot. You know, most of my shoots are usually lingerie. And for that, I have to go to probably a few different places. I usually do like a TJ Maxx, Marshalls, because, you know, you can find really good finds. And sometimes I have to do online shopping because, you know, I'm very busty, so it's hard to find clothing that will actually fit. And a lot of times my lingerie is like, there are things that aren't lingerie, but I made it to be lingerie. You know, like I've worn like a bodysuit, which is really for, you know, like ballet, but I made it into a lingerie by just pairing it with some fishnets and heels and a belt.
Oh, so you know how to hook it up, huh?
Huh?
I say you know how to hook it up, huh?
Yeah. Well, you know, you have to figure out how to dress your body. You know, it's not what clothes is out there, what's in fashion. Sometimes you just have to figure out what works for you.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
So what kind of body spray or perfume do you like?
I only wear one perfume, which is Perry Ellis 360. I've been wearing it since I was 19. Just because I really, really love the smell, and, you know, I've never found anything else that I like. I'm definitely someone, if I like something, I stick with it, like, for good.
Perry Ellis, that's the same person that designed America jeans?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow, I hear that name in there. Wow.
I know. That's how old it is. You can't even find it in Macy's or anything like that. You have to go to, like, Marshalls or Burlington Coat Factory or Walgreens to find it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not even in the big stores anymore.
Wow, you brought it back when you said Perry Ellis.
Yep.
Wow.
I love it. It's my favorite.
So as far as I should have asked you this earlier. Like, when you started like taking pictures, were you nervous getting in front of the camera at first?
No. I don't know. I've never been nervous to be in front of the camera. I think for me, because I'm a bit of a perfectionist, what I was nervous about is that I wasn't doing things, you know, perfectly or like correct. So that's what I was nervous about, not really being in front of the camera because I like the attention, but mainly because I want to make sure it's on point and it's done correctly. Yeah, I'm probably my, you know, biggest critic. You know, I've done shoots where everyone's like, oh, my God, it looks really, really good. And I'm just like, no, I should have done this, this, and this, and that. So I'm just a little bit of a perfectionist, and that's the thing that I get nervous about, that it's not going to be up to par.
Okay. So how did you get involved with excess energy drinks with Sean Felder? With
Sean, I actually interacted with him through Facebook, and then I had invited him out to a few fashion shows. He's been a vendor, so probably about 2 or 3 fashion shows that I've done so far.
Okay.
And I'm supposed to be a featured model on his website for his energy drink. And, you know, he's a really nice guy, and, you know, he's definitely doing his thing, you know, promoting his company and his product. And I respect his hustle, you know, and I could definitely learn a lot from him.
Okay. Also, you haven't shot anything yet.
Sorry?
I say you haven't done anything yet.
No, not yet. No, but it's in the works.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm supposed to do something for him too, so.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, he's good people.
Yeah, I see he's doing his thing.
Yeah.
Got the videos on YouTube, all that. He's definitely doing it.
And he's just like me, you know, you're loyal to people who support you, so.
Yep.
You know, he supported me, I support him, you know, so you have to do it in this industry.
Yeah, that was about support. Most definitely. So how you feel about more curvy women getting more and more involved in modeling?
I love it. I think it's fantastic. It's great. And, you know, people want to see that. That's why it's becoming more popular, is because people want to see it. People want to see themselves. The average American woman is a size 14 now. You know, it used to be 12, like back in 2010, and now it's up to like a size 14. So people want to be able to see themselves and want, you know, the fashion industry, they're still not entirely open. You know, it's just a small bracket of it that's open to curvy and plus size. But the more, you know, people demand it, the more open they're going to have to be eventually.
Why do you feel the mainstream media like scared to shed light on the plus size community? Because
the mainstream media wants what they want. Mainstream media is white, male, you know, and they want thin, blonde, tall women. You know, they don't want to showcase a lot of things. You know, it even took a long time for them even to put ethnic women in magazines and commercials. You know, and if you pay attention a lot, even in movies, it's very rare do you see like two ethnic people as star leads. You know what I mean? Like, they want things to be the way they want it to be. It's not that people don't want these certain things, but they're just giving you what they want you to see. And in order for us to change others, we have to demand that we want to see other things. You know, and eventually we'll be able to do that.
Do you really think that's possible that we could do?
Yeah, it's gonna take time, but I think we can. Because, I mean, look at it now. Just think about even, you know, like rap music. Like, people used to think so awful of that. I mean, it's still not like it's the best thing in the world, but think about who buys the music now. You know, as long as you get the product into the right hand or get whatever you're trying to promote into the right people, you know, you can definitely make it go further.
And speaking of music, how do you feel about the way the music is now compared to back when you was growing up?
I think it's garbage. You know, everyone has to do what they have to do, you know. Can't knock things, but, like, my personal taste, you know, I don't like a lot of the music that's out. That's not really my thing.
What kind of music do you like?
Well, I'm very versatile. I like almost everything. You know, I love dance music. I love my reggae. You know, I love old school rap, a little bit of R&B. You know, my favorite is jazz. Okay. I like a little bit of everything. Alternative, rock, you know. Okay. Music is music, and, you know, I love music. I can't live without it. I listen to music literally all day, even at work. So I definitely like to check out different things.
So do you plan on just feature the music videos, stuff like that?
I mean,
it would have to be rap.
No, I've done it once for, like, a local R&B singer. Just like an extra, but it's not really my thing. Okay. I mean, I'm open to it, but it's not something that, like, I'm going to go out and seek like that I want that. But if someone approached me, then, you know, I'd be open to it.
So what about acting?
Acting, I don't really have the acting bug. I'm a businesswoman, you know, and anything behind the scenes and organizing, you know, I like to produce and promote other people to be successful. I like to be that person, you know, behind someone being successful. You know, for my own modeling career, you know, like I said, my main goal is just to be in, like, Popular Men's magazine. That's, like, you know, the only thing I would ever do, like, with TV is maybe, like, commercials. And that's about it.
Okay, I got you. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
I think I had asked you this before. Would you like to see, like, big men models?
Yeah, definitely. I think we should definitely have a place out there for that as well. You know, everyone should be able to see themselves up there. So definitely.
Yeah, 'cause I haven't seen that yet. I mean, only like if they model, like, I can't even say billboards, but like I see them
more
like
generic things, like, you know, like a commercial or like pharmaceutical things, but nothing ever like fashion.
Yeah, nothing real like serious to catch the public eye.
Yeah. Again, you know, it's something that needs to be brought to light. Like, if people would promote it and put it out there, then, you know, people want to see it.
Yeah, I'd like to see somebody make that happen soon.
Yeah, definitely.
So let everybody know where they can reach you. They especially ladies that want to get involved in modeling.
Yeah, if anyone's interested in modeling, you want to check out the company website, which is MAGNIFIQUE.com. That's CEST, agency.com. Or you can check us out on Twitter, Say Magnifique. Also, our modeling website, which is SayMagnifiqueModels.com. And also, you can check me out if you want to see my modeling page. On Facebook, it's Shen Magnifique. That's TRES Magnifique. And I should be also on Twitter. It's Shen Bennett Modeling. So just check me out, and you can see my stuff and check out the company if you want to be interested in checking out any of the fashion shows or being a model within the company.
Okay. So what else you got going for you?
What else I have going for me, Ethan?
Yeah.
That's all I have in the pipeline right now, but, you know, like, I'm someone who loves to create new things. So one thing that I would like to do is to create a magazine, you know, that caters towards curvy women, and of all ethnicity. You know, because there are a lot out there, but it's not very versatile when it comes to ethnicity. So I definitely like to create an online magazine for that. You know, I would love to push my models to get out there more and get involved in other things. You know, like I said, I'm a businesswoman. My daytime job is working at a nonprofit as a business manager. So, you know, I live for numbers and organizing and planning. Like, that's, you know, my skill set. And that's what I like to do.
Is there anything you'd like to say to anybody?
I would like to say that, you know, thank you for having me and, you know, having me being featured on here. And also for, you know, any girls out there who are thinking of modeling and you're not sure where you can fit, you know, just do your research and, you know, realize that you are beautiful and you can be the best you that you can be. Just be healthy, you know, and do your research, and you can definitely find a place where you can fit to be a model.
great advice right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to personally thank you for taking time out your schedule to do this interview with me. I definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for having me.
And I'd like to feature you on the show again, and plus my feature magazines and DVD that I'm planning on working on.
Yes, definitely. Anytime.